Welcome back to another message crawler update. Today I want to show you some of the name normalization features that I've been working on. So let's go to my screen and I'll show you what I have. Alright, so we have our test case here and we're gonna go to document contacts. That's where we can see every variation of every name. So let's say we loaded some data and we don't like something that we see here. Maybe all contacts are listed as just phone numbers, or there is some other problem and we want to fix it. I'm going to go to name normalization tool, and here we'll see basically the same thing, right? The same list is going to be displayed again. Now the reason why this list is being displayed again is because we're going to play with it. We're going to change it, we're going to modify it without affecting the actual main database. And once we're happy with results here in this new string representation column, only then we're going to push the updates to the database. All right, so some of the things we can do here. Let's say we have different components here and we want to rebuild our name from different components. We can use this join component button, which is going to merge different parts of contact object. And you can use these curly braces to define where you pull in data from. Same way you can do things like search and replace. We can find things, we can replace things. So that is kind of self-explanatory. But what I want to show you is how we can load an outside list and overlay that in. So I'm going to reload my contacts and then I'm going to go to overlay external file, and here we have some really cool things. We can take our address book from either like Mac collection directly or iPhone collection, or we can take a CSV file. So I'm going to take a CSV file here and I'm going to load some names. So this could come from maybe forensic software or something you generated yourself. And what we have here, so let's say we have this Neil guy, he is up here somewhere, and we want to give him a phone number. And then this number right here, 6700, we're going to replace it to that. And maybe we have a phone number here, we just want to replace it with a full name. Now we need to connect our temporary grid right here to the master one here. So we're gonna say link field phone number. This is gonna be our link field. We're gonna go from phone number here to string representation here. So this is gonna be our connection. Now if this connection is not perfect, let's say we have +1 or we have spaces or we have something like that, we can check these checkboxes, and this way we don't need to put all the work cleaning up the names before we can connect them. We can say, okay, while you're doing the overlay, just go ahead and clean up the names. So this is what these features do. So we can take out pluses, brackets, dashes, and that could help you connect things together, or you can not do that. Okay, so that's our connection between our temporary table, CSV or address book, to the master list here. Then we need to say, all right, well, I want to take my new identify field, and that's going to get pushed to new string representation, which is right here. Now, once we're ready, we can say overlay data, all right? And so now this information got connected and pushed here. One other thing you can do here is if you want to keep the phone number that already exists, so we can keep the existing value and place it in triangular brackets. We can check that checkbox, and you can see how it will do that here. And kind of doesn't necessarily make sense for some of them, but in some cases it may work. So I'm gonna uncheck it and just say that. So that's what we're gonna do, and now we can close this. Now we have our list here. We can say apply changes to the database. And if we come back here, refresh, you could see the name has been updated, and the other name somewhere too was updated as well. So that is how you can update names from cross-reference file or from address book. I would show you address book, but I don't have the one with public information I can use. Basically, address book will get loaded into like a delimited columns the same way, and you just overlay it again. Sorry, yeah, this is the name, this is the spam text, and we got John Smith somewhere at the bottom here. So kind of a simple process. The only difficult thing about it is, or not a difficult, but thing to consider is there is really no undo button, because once you do the replacement, and if you happen to have duplicates, all those duplicates get kind of merged into one master contact. So that is really the only functionality in Message Crawler that doesn't have sort of an undo feature. Once you take a contact, that different contacts from multiple documents, join them together, then both documents point to the same contact, and you really have no way of going back, which hopefully you will not need to. So that's my update. I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to help a lot of people who collect data with forensic software, like from iCloud, and that information often missing people's names. Now you can take those names from a contacts database or CSV, overlay that in, and clean up data so it is so much more usable and presentable. All right, thank you for checking out this update. I will see you on another.